in these streets.
And I'm just like you.
We getting locked by these caps.
And I'm just like you.
We fulfill the prophecies.
And I'm just like you.
You might be light, I might be dark.
But I'm just like you.
We kill each other over colors.
And I'm just like you.
I'm in these ghettos, in these
And
slums.
I'm just like you.
They call you nigga, call me spick.
And I'm just like you.
You was 1619, I was 1492. We getting shot in these streets.
And I'm just like you.
We getting locked by these caps.
And I'm just like you.
Welcome to FCN Quick News of the Day. I'm your host, Officer Pat GL, and today's news we have
further evidence that Black, Native American, and Latino families are feeling inflation's burn more than white peers.
wow. Isn't that crazy? Blacks, Native Americans, and Latino families are feeling inflations. Why is it just those three? We've been saying it. We've been telling y'all for the longest. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the Bible. That's what God says. And the curses are poured upon us. Scroll down. Yeah, read in June.
In June, consumer prices rose 9.1% from a year earlier, hitting a nearly 41-year high. Around that time, 55% of Black Americans, 48% of Latinos, and 63% of Native Americans reported serious financial problems.
Serious financial problems. Read on.
Compared to 38% of white adults and 29% of Asian adults.
So guess what? The Asians that's here, they're not feeling it. They're not feeling it as much as we do, as much as we are. As much as our so-called sisters, our so-called Hispanics and Native American sisters, or mostly the black sisters, they like to go to the Asian stores and eat their food, buy their hair, buy their nails. They say, listen, y'all taking good care of us. We're not feeling this inflation as much as y'all is. We're not feeling it. Scroll down. Read that part. The exception.
The exception was housing. 23% of Black households and 26% of Latino households in the survey reported serious problems paying their mortgage
Paying
or
what?
rent. Paying their mortgage or rent.
Mortgage and rent. You know what? We know what after that what that equals to? You're behind being homeless. You're behind being in the street. Read on.
Compared to 21% of Native American households, who were nonetheless more likely to report that they had been evicted or threatened with eviction in the past year.
You see what's happening? Who is being affected by it? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's not by coincidence. It's not by coincidence. Why are they at the top? Why are the Asians and the whites at the top when we all of us live in this country? Deuteronomy 28, verse 43. Matter of fact, read 15 first.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
That it is the curses. Read.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake.
God already prophesied to the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. If you break my commandments, a curse is going to come upon you. Verse 43.
Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
God said the strangers, the Asians, the Caucasian, the East Indians. They didn't put East Indian on that list because they're not suffering like that. They're going to do what?
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
They will be very high above us. Very high. Read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Very low. So much so low that when inflation comes in, man, it hits us hard. It hits us harder than everybody else because we already was living paycheck to paycheck. Now inflation prices are up. Everything is up. Gas, food, car, housing, everything is up. If you're living from paycheck to paycheck, you best believe that thing is hitting you 3 times harder than anybody else. Now we're coming down very low. The strangers are getting very high. Like the gap, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Verse 47.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart,
Uh-huh.
for the abundance of all things.
So because we didn't want to serve God for the abundance of all things, now we're begging for stuff. We have to serve God. God says, listen, the only thing I need you to do, you're not really doing anything to me per se. You're actually doing it for yourself, because all the commandments that you keep benefits you. If you love your brother, you love your sister, that benefits you. If you don't sleep around spreading diseases everywhere, creating single-parent household, that benefits you and your children. If you don't worship no idols, that benefits you, because I ain't going to punish you. If you keep my Sabbath day holy and not keep all those other pagan traditions, that benefits you. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to punish you. I'm going to bless you. But we didn't want to do that. We said, nah, God. I want to be just like those dirt bags over here. Look at them. I want to do the same stuff they do. I want to celebrate the same tradition that they do. We didn't want to serve God with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Now, what happened to us? Verse 66.
Verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Just same way in 1492, 1619. You didn't know if you was going to live or die. You didn't know what was going to happen to your life. Your life is hanging in doubt. You have doubt. Can I survive? And am I going to make enough for next month, next week to feed my little children, my little daughter, this whole household? My life is hanging in doubt. Do I have to become a drug dealer? Do I have to become an OnlyFans? Do I have to do prostitution? Your life is hanging in doubt before you. Read.
And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
You have no insurance of your life here. None at all. You thinking that you're good. If it came, hit you, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's what God said. He opened it. Find that scripture. He opened the ears in oppression. That's what God says. God said he opens the ears of the people in oppression. When our people don't want to listen, he says, listen, keep my commandments or I'm going to punish you. If you don't keep my commandments, I'm going to punish you. I'm going to make those who are strangers come above you very high, and you're going to come down very low. When inflation came, our people came down so low that we can't believe it. Struggling to survive. You got that?
Job chapter 36 and verse 15. He delivereth the poor in his affliction, and openeth their ears in oppression.
That's what's going to happen. God is going to continue oppressing us until our ears are open to come back to his laws.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.